We are learning that a labor dispute between road workers and construction companies is threatening to disrupt road work statewide, meaning road construction season could be extended. All new tonight, Barton Dieters has been talking to the people who work on our roads to find out why. Barton.
Well, Heather, it's a good old-fashioned labor dispute coming to a head on Labor Day. The organization that represents the owners of road construction companies and the union that represents heavy equipment operators are at odds over a contract that expired in June. And barring the unlikely event that a new contract would be signed in the next few hours, some construction projects could come to a halt, lengthening a construction season that already seems endless. Operating Engineers Local 324 represents some 14,000 heavy equipment operators statewide. These are the folks who operate things like rollers, bulldozers, excavators, paving machines, and the like. For the last 80 years, the union has negotiated with the Michigan Infrastructure and Transportation Association, which has some 500 members made up of the owners of construction companies. This year, the union has decided it's cutting MITA out of the process and has sent a contract to individual companies, saying they need to take control of the process for the benefit of the workers.
And one of the biggest things they're driving to do is to send work out of state, to send work to non-affiliated contractors.
This weekend, MITA announced it would be engaging in what they call a defensive lockout.
The union has been initiating disruptive, coercive, and sometimes even unlawful activities all summer long.
What this means is no pay for workers, and
in certain areas on certain jobs, those jobs will, there's certainly going to be jobs that will shut down tomorrow.
We talked to MDOT, and no one seems to know which projects will be impacted and which will be able to continue.
There isn't a company out there that truly wants to have their projects come to a halt.
I talked to Kent County's Road Commission, which says they do not believe the work stoppage will have an impact on county projects. But Grand Rapids City Engineer says the work on Kalamazoo Avenue between 28th and Alger Streets uses union workers. They were expected to be doing work Tuesday and Wednesday, weather permitting, but that's now in question.
There isn't a company that is locking out their operators that is making money on this deal. It is not good for the industry to do this.
MITA says it offered a contract that gives workers an $8 per hour raise over the length of the contract. But the union says wages are not the only issue here.
This is a chance to take grab of our own destiny and to say, no, money is important, but it's not as important as knowing that the roads in this state and the infrastructure is going to get done right by the right people using the right tools.
The head of the union says he believes this impasse will impact any construction project on federal highways. That's like US 131 and I-96. But it's possible that some road projects can move forward. They'll use other kinds of work not involving heavy equipment, and some contractors may use workers who are not part of this union. It's also important to point out that this is just for road workers, not for heavy equipment and other kinds of building and construction in town. Live in studio, Barton Dieters, 24 Hour News 8.